Good afternoon and welcome to the Ascension News. I have the greatest pleasure to be hosting with Cicada. Today we're going to be talking about the sacral chakras. But before we start, please subscribe and hit the button to keep updated with all our notifications. And get seated and ready to go. Hey, Cicada.
Hi.
All right, so what is the sacral chakra?
All right. Well, the sacral chakra is the second of the three primary chakras, and that is located just below the belly button. Um, so the lower belly area, and that would be in the front, and in the back would be the lumbar area.
Okay. And how do you pronounce that name up there?
Um, I feel like I always butcher it, so I have to look it up to understand it. So it's Svadhisthana, and
Svadhisthana.
Svadhisthana, and that means the dwelling place of the self.
I love that. I
I know.
really, really love that. I can't wait till the group exercise because wow, that is so powerful. The dwelling place of the self. I
The
mean,
self,
you can't get any more connected than that right there.
right.
Okay, so then what primary chakra is that?
So that's the second one. So just above the root.
Okay. And then what is I'm confused about the three matters of the physical realm?
Oh, so the first three chakras are related to more of the physical world or matter.
Mm-hmm.
Although the sacral chakra is basically like the seat of emotions, so it also relates to the emotional field. But it's in the I believe it's the Hindu tantric explanation of the chakras. They branch it into the physical realm or the realm of matter.
Oh,
Also
okay. Here.
relates to
Oops. Okay, get that there. All right. So, actually, you know what? I forgot to do the opening prayer.
oh yeah.
I get so dorky. All right, let's get settled down. I get too excited to see you because I don't see
I
you all the
know.
time.
Jump in.
Okay, close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, take a deep breath. Visualize what you want for your intentions. Let's devote this time to being together with the divine light and love. We give thanks to the Supreme Creator, to all that is. As we share this time together with all souls, we claim health, love, healing, happiness, freedom during this session. We give thanks for the infinite intelligence. I am that ascension. I am that. Truth is my name. Amen. Thank you.
And so it is.
Okay, now we can start. Sorry. I forgot last time too, so I don't know. I get all dorky.
Oh my god.
Okay, so it's associated, you said, with the feelings, emotions, and what else?
Creativity, uh, connection, both to the self and to other people. So relationships are in there of all kinds. Of course, a lot of people may know it primarily for creativity, sexuality, but there is more to that, more
Good.
to it than that.
And okay, so what's the mantra?
So the mantra is VAM, so like
Vam.
VAM,
Vam.
and right. So when do you want to kind of feel what that feels like to recite it? We'll just do
Yeah, let's do it.
a few of them. I'll
Okay.
just do three. So so when you're saying the mantra or the word VAM, it's about the sound vibration. So the vibration that you create when you're saying the word and where that vibration is sent. So VAM naturally is sent to the sacral chakra. So when you say it, you say, you would say vam, and then basically like hum it out until it ends.
Okay.
Okay. So it would go like vam,
Um,
vam, vam.
um,
I'll just do three. And I like to close my eyes when I do it so I'm not distracted by anything. And then you can just feel the energy moving down into that chakra area.
I really feel like vagal toning. It was toning my whole mouth down, or maybe I was just imagining it. I don't know, but my mouth was
Right.
vibrating.
Right.
Wow.
I always feel the vibration in the mouth and then down into the chest.
Yes.
It's almost like the V
Yeah.
creates this arrow of energy straight down.
Wow. That was very powerful. Amazing. Okay, and then what color is it?
So the color is orange, like an orange.
My first car was an orange Volkswagen, and I don't even know why because I wasn't really into orange.
Uh-huh.
I'm a red girl, but something
Right.
that you go to the lot, my first time buying a car, you're all nervous. I'm 16. They say, "What color do
Right.
you want?" I'm like, orange. But I don't
Oh,
regret it. I mean, I guess I needed stimulation there.
right.
Weird.
Right. That's funny because my first car was it wasn't a bright orange, but it was kind of like a brownish orange color. So that's interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah, it was so. I mean, I would have gone with the red convertible any day, but I go there, I get all
Right.
shook up. Orange, orange. All right,
Right.
all right. What day does this Vamma go to, or this sacral chakra?
The sacral chakra corresponds to Tuesday. And if anybody's seen previous videos that we've done on chakras, there's different schools of thought on this. But again, I follow more of the yogic tradition on this. So that tends to be the most popular system of starting root on Monday and then following the rest of the days of the weeks corresponding to each chakra. So sacral will be Tuesday.
I really like that. We got to figure out a way to. I don't know. Are we going to cap all these together and do a whole chakra day, like just like the humming and the do
Oh,
these? Do these have mantras? I
the
mean,
mudras.
mudras.
I believe yes,
They
some
do.
of them do.
Okay.
Right.
I would really like to. I know we're going to 12 and we're just on second because we messed up last week, because whatever, or the week before. It seems like I would really like to cap it all off to have like
And have a
the
chakra day.
yeah, and do this toning, the vagal toning. That could be fun.
That could be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the element, what element are we talking about?
So the element is water, and so which corresponds makes sense because it is about flow, creative flow, flow of love, flow of ideas, flow of relationships. So
So let's
yeah.
backtrack a little bit. I know we're going to go into the balance and imbalance,
Mhm.
but the next thing we're going to talk about is foods. So these foods can balance the imbalance. Is that why we're doing foods?
Right. The
Okay,
foods are about creating balance.
okay, okay. So what are they?
Okay, so they tend to be foods that are orange. So orange, tangerines, melons, mangoes. Mangoes kind of go between yellow and orange, but when they're really ripe, they tend to be more orange. Um, yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Passion fruit, honey, is one that's thrown in there, and then some spices would be like cinnamon, vanilla, fennel, sesame seeds. Well, fennel is kind of toggles between the herb and the spice, but it's in there.
And you said sesame seeds?
Sesame seeds.
They're orange? Wow.
They're not really orange, but they're nutritionally they add to that area, that realm.
Oh, really?
Right.
Oh, I got to get some sesame seeds. So then the other herbs, okay, then the herb list, then you said fennel is a herb list.
So fennel, coriander, chamomile, and mint. And mint, we talked about. We talked about it before last week,
Yeah,
but
we did.
mint because the sacral chakra also. So on the physiological end, the lower digestive tract is in that region or is served by the sacral chakra region. So things that aid in digestion would come up on the list. So if you look at fennel, fennel is also good for digestion. And yeah, and then the chamomile has that more calming effect.
Good. Okay.
So, and just to mention something on the food. So, um, if you're feeling that you're low energy in that area, then you want to bring things to it that will bring energy. So you might want to go with something that's more spicy. Um, so add your cinnamons and things that are more flavorful. If you're feeling that you are in excess, then lean more towards the calming effects.
like chamomile
Right.
or mint.
Or mint.
I really love in my morning tea. I put cinnamon. I put the Young Living cinnamon always. It's
Hmm.
so I don't know why. Maybe I
Right.
like that spiciness, but I never thought of it as orange. So
Yeah.
that's good to know. I mean, I love fresh cinnamon and that Young Living cinnamon and thieves. Whew.
Hmm.
Anyway, okay. So the movement for the sacral chakra is what?
Well, really anything that's going to get that pelvic area going. In yoga, there's a really wonderful movement. It's seated pelvic circles.
Yeah,
So
Kundalini. Yes.
right, right. So the way you would do that, and it's hard because I don't have the whole camera situation here, but basically to describe it for anybody who's not aware, and I'm going to kind of situate myself, you would sit in a lotus position or half lotus,
Okay. Let me
or the
try
legs
to.
crossed, depending on where you're at on that.
All right.
Let
All
me see
right.
if I can on this
Okay.
chair.
I'm
Okay.
here. I got
And
it.
then you would put your hands on your knees and then make sure that your sit bones, your pelvic bones are nice and grounded, rooted. The legs are rooted. And then you're just moving from the pelvic area and creating circles, and you're moving backwards and to the sides. So you're literally making a circle. Now, I like to do this where I'm doing real big, deep circles to begin with. So moving really forward and just really warming up your lower spinal area. And then, do that, we can say 10 times, sometimes it's more. And then you would want to reverse it. Go back.
Oh, that feels
And
so.
really be conscious of holding the belly button. Imagine it hitting towards your spine. So you want to keep your tummy firm. And then you want to play like amazing music with this and just really like kind of let yourself go and let your head go and just like really get into it. So, and then what I like to do is then start to make smaller circles. So after you've been doing the really big circles, then make smaller circles, and that really tones the whole belly area. And I'm talking about like your internal organs. So, yeah, so that would be the seated circles.
Oh, I like that.
Seated pelvic circles.
I really like that. I actually wore I sell these abundance oils, and I wore it because it's kind of orange, so in a
Right. I
crystal
know. And then
heart,
I put mine on too.
and so I felt like I
Every day.
wanted
I don't put mine-
I wanted orange right on my third eye.
right, right.
Okay,
Well,
that's good.
and when the sacral chakra is in alignment, you also tend to attract more abundance into your life. So it would totally make sense.
Yeah, I just decided,
Yeah.
okay, but my hair's all one side's longer than the other. It's all crazy today. All right, so What the oils? Let's talk about the oils.
Okay, so the oils, again, so if you're kind of more on the low energy side of the sacral chakra, then you'd want to do like a vanilla or a cinnamon. If you are fairly balanced, then you want to go with something like an orange or a sandalwood. If you're in excess, then you want to bring in an aroma that's more calming. So something like a ylang or a neroli.
So
I
the
love those
spicy
as well.
ones, the cardamom, is orange considered a spice or is it neutral?
That's a neutral.
Okay, so cardamom is the spicy and vanilla is spicy.
And vanilla is more of a spicy.
So if you
Yes, it's
need
more
energy, you get that. If you're too active,
too active.
then you go with the sandalwood, lang lang, neroli.
Not the sandalwood. The sandalwood and the orange are more of a neutral.
Okay.
So if you're more in balance, so you just want to maintain that balance, have that aroma around you. If you need to calm, then you want to go towards the lang lang or the neroli.
Okay. All right. What stones do we get? Do we have? Yes.
Okay. So we have carnelian and fire opal, um, orange calcite, and bloodstone. I think yeah.
I
So again, it would
love
be,
I love orange calcite. It's
oh, I
so
know,
beautiful.
that's really pretty.
Yeah.
And that one would be more for someone who is in balance. You would use, or to maintain balance, you'd use the orange calcite. The carnelian would lean more towards someone who has low energy in that area, and then the bloodstone, um, and I believe the fire opal would be more for an excess energy.
Huh. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about balance and imbalance. Since maybe
Mhm.
next time we should talk about those first, so then people can remember. So if they're balanced, how are they going to be acting or feeling or thinking or whatever?
Okay. So you will tend to be more emotionally balanced. Sorry, I don't know if you heard
I can't
So
talk,
it's
mom.
it's just more about being emotionally balanced. You're stable. You are friendly. You're willing to be around people. You'll make friendships more easily. You will have a healthy sex life. Um, and you also have the ability to not only to nurture others as well as yourself. So it's really when it's in balance, you're um, you're able to take care of yourself, but you're not selfish. You're able to then reach out and do the same for other people.
I need something to get more friendlier. I get too, I think I'm just not, like, I'm not a team player sometimes. I really got to get more friendly. I don't like to talk to people and I
Right.
don't like to I mean, I do that in my job. I love it when I'm working, but
Right.
in general, I mean, maybe if I saw somebody on the street that was, fallen, I would go help them. Those kind of normal things, but I don't go
Right.
out of my way. If someone says they're sick, I'm like, okay, bye. Well, I need a stone or something to get over that. Okay, don't call me. Stay home. I mean, not because of the corona. Before I was like that too.
Right. Right.
Is that an
I know.
imbalance? Do I need to work on something?
We need to work on, let's see. So maybe you're a little, and there's, I guess the friendliness is you would need to look at why, what holds you back from being friendly, like what is underneath that.
I don't know. Because
Like,
remember, Janelle last night says you were like, oh, not friendly, didn't want to talk to anybody in Kundalini class, and it's true.
oh, true, right. It's some kind of guardedness, so you're not wanting to let people in.
All right, well, we'll work on that. I'll have to have a
Yeah.
consult with you. Some emotional work, some emotion code work. Can you help me, please? I need
Yes.
to I need to be friendly. Okay, sorry, sorry. Okay.
That's so funny.
All about me. Okay, then the imbalanced.
Oh, okay. Okay, so imbalance. This is like a lot of information about imbalance. Okay, so let me go over if the imbalance is kind of on the low, so like your low energy imbalance, then you're going to have emotional instability. You're going to have fear of change. You will have some sort of sexual dysfunction, um, depression, addictions, blocked in your creative flow. And just remember, because sometimes when you say addictions, people automatically default to like alcohol or what's the other one? Drugs. We can have all kinds of addictions. You could have an addiction to social media. You could have,
Yeah.
you could be a hoarder. So there's all kinds of addictions. If you have an excess energy, sacral energy, then you still have addictive behaviors. You might have more dramatic mood swings. You might be on the other end where you're avoiding being alone, like you need to have people around you all the time. You might have difficulty focusing and distract easily. And then you would have more of a difficult time facing authentic, deeper feelings. So you never really go under the surface in your emotions, or rarely.
Maybe I'm
And then
shallow.
you're shallow.
I'm not going deep in my feelings.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I think it's just, emotions are scary and but we're not taught. I mean, just as a culture, we are not taught to identify our emotions, to feel a feeling. We're always told as children, like, oh, it's okay, don't cry, you're all right, you're okay. And emotions are never validated. If you get angry, you're wrong for being angry. If you're too happy, then you're off the charts. There's something wrong with you. You need to calm down. So all of that is very confusing. So it's no wonder we have problems, in that area. We're given so many mixed messages, like women, you're supposed to be sexy and out there, but
Yeah.
don't be too sexual. And if you're too independent, then you're a whore. And I mean, so it's crazy.
I'm a whore. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Okay, no, I'm not. But I could be. All right, the body issues then.
Okay, so since the sacral chakra is there where it is, it's going to be, so you're going to look at reproductive area, the kidney and bladder, and then, like I mentioned earlier, the lower digestive tract.
So,
And then back pain, low back pain.
so if somebody has kidney cancer, would that be an imbalance? I mean, because that's pretty excessive, isn't it?
Yeah, but it kind of depends on the personality and what else is happening. So that's a whole other conversation.
I know. I know.
Yeah, because there's different schools of thought about. So if you look at it from a vibrational standpoint, which I tend to lean towards, somehow our body was a vibrational match to that dis-ease, whatever that dis-ease is, whether it's cancer or cold. Somehow we are vibrating in the same manner as that dis-ease, so we attract it. So it just depends. So it could be that there's sacral imbalance energy that helped lead us to be that vibrational match to cancer. If
Wow.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because kidney stones would be considered, linked to an imbalance in the sacral chakra.
Yeah.
So anything that attacks that area.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay. Then how can we balance? What are ways that we can balance?
Okay. Well, since like one of the main energies of sacral of the sacral chakra is about creativity, you would want to look to ways to allow more creativity in your life. And so that doesn't necessarily mean, lots of times when we think of creativity, we're thinking of, oh, I'm not good at painting, or I'm not an artist, but we can be creative in so many ways. If you go back to the energy, also, I'll just revert a little bit, of the sacral chakra is that of the child. And so between the ages of 2 to 6, we're very creative, because at the age of 7 is when we begin to the sense of reason starts to kick in, and so we tend to lose some of our creativity, or we begin to question. So between the ages of 2 to 6, we're more free, and we're more allowing of that flow. So so I would just go back to like, what is fun to you, what brings you joy, whether it's, if it is a visual art, do something in your daily life that is fun, and play. Go outside, go run in the grass. If you love cooking but you're not a good cook, don't be afraid. Just, even if it tastes horrible, just let that energy out. Play, experiment.
It, it reminds me of when I was a kid. I was about probably like 8ish, and I
Mhm.
decided to. I'm from Texas, so we had uh, these cookbooks from the sugar company. I can't even remember the name of the sugar company. So we got
DNA.
my first Imperial Sugar, my first
Oh,
cookbook.
Imperial.
Yes, and I decided I was going to make cookies, right? So I get everything. I'm going,
Right.
and I forgot the sugar. So my first batch turned green, and I'm like, and it didn't spread, right? So all the neighbors
Uh-huh.
were there, and they're like, "We're gonna get some cookies from our first book," and I was humiliated,
Oh.
humiliated. And of course, my brothers and sisters like dug it in, but
Right.
something inside me decided, you know what? Fuck you. I mean, I didn't cuss, obviously, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make these cookies again. And by
Right.
then it was already 8 o'clock. I'm supposed to be in bed, right? But it was the weekend. I made my cookies again, and they were good, but those damn neighbors didn't get any, so who cares?
Right.
But there was something like I could have been tarnished by that. Do you know
Right.
what I'm saying? But the
Right.
little playful part of me, like, I'm gonna make them again. Like, it didn't even occur to me to just take that humiliation. I mean,
Right.
I'm like 8, 9. I'm like a dumb little kid. How did I
Yeah,
even know to
totally.
keep going? So I mean, it goes to show that you can just be in that moment and not take that humiliation. Take it into
Right.
play, take it into
Right.
play.
Exactly.
Anyway, so okay, then we create better playful relationships, is what you're saying.
Right. So when you're feeling happier, when you're feeling more balanced, then that allows us to, feel more free to connect with other people. Um, I think what I was talking about before was about, so we're talking about being in balance. Okay. So the creativity part is one of the ways, letting that creativity flow into your daily life. Also, another part, because if you look back to the name itself of the chakra, which is the dwelling place of the self, um, to create balance, you really need to take that time to spend with yourself and to deal with your emotions. And even if you don't feel that you're having a hard time emotionally, it's always good to do a little check in and say, okay, well, how am I feeling today? How's Rachel Cicada feeling today? If you're noticing something in your body, if your digestion's a little bit off, if your low back's a little tweaky, if you're feeling like your kidneys a little sore, those are good little clues to say, okay, maybe I need to do a little check-in. Maybe there's something I'm not expressing or something I'm not dealing with. So it's also about self-care and
Mhm.
self-knowing and self-love.
In a healthy way.
Right.
Yeah. What if you like spending more of your time alone? I mean, that's what I feel. That's why I don't want friends.
Right. Well, you know what? I'm that way. I have to say, like during this whole pandemic period, I haven't really struggled very much with not being around people. I
Yeah.
think um my daughter was home, so I think that helped. I wasn't in isolation. Um but for me, it's a comfortable place to be.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy being with people. So I think it's just more about knowing yourself and knowing that, if I choose to be by myself, it's because I enjoy that and it feels good and it's comforting, and that I'm not avoiding I'm not using it as a way to avoid connection.
Yeah.
So there's that fine line between that and just this is how I am and this is who I am and this is what I enjoy. But you don't want to be a hermit. So if it's just you've got to be careful when you're going to an extreme.
I mean, but I think I'm like that in general. I mean, because I'm Scorpio, I love
Hmm.
being alone. I like people, but I don't necessarily want to be all friendly all.
Usually Scorpios, in my mind, are like a little more people persons. They enjoy, typically it's like they like to be the center of attention and enjoy being around people. So
I don't
that's
know. Maybe
a
it's in
little
my head. Yeah, maybe it's just in my head. Maybe it's just the moment. But I feel like I just like I don't want to expand my friend base. I have a
Mhm.
really big friend base. Don't get me wrong. I do.
Right.
You're one of them, but I
Right.
don't necessarily want to expand. I don't know what that's about, but okay. But that's the way I am in
But
general.
I mean, I don't think we need to continuously expand. I think it's just the quality of the relationship. You know, if there's people in your circle that you feel like you can be a little more vulnerable and open with, then that's fine. You don't have to be that way with everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So what is our group exercise gonna? What are we gonna do? I'm excited.
Okay, so we're gonna do. It's called Ida Nadi, and this is it's a left nostril breathing technique. And what we're doing is we're going to activate the right brain. So it's basically we're sending energy up and down the left side of the spine, and then it sends energy to the right side of the brain, which is our creative side of the brain. Okay,
Okay.
and by doing this, we're not only activating the brain, but we're affecting the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps us to be more calm. Okay, so it's a good anxiety relieving technique as well. So what you do, you just want to sit. You can do this, and I like this because you can do this anywhere. And you're just going to take two fingers on your right hand and then place them over your right nostril.
Yeah. I had to make sure what.
And it's super simple. You're gonna inhale, take like a nice deep, fill your lungs, inhale, pause, and then you're gonna do a controlled exhale. And we're gonna do this 8 times. Okay. So here we go. Inhale, and then exhale, slow and controlled. And do it again. And then making sure no air is going up through the right nostril.
Wow.
Okay,
I
how's
could
that
really
feel?
feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Is
almost like something's wiping it clean a little bit.
is it possible that we could actually, when we're inhaling the vom
Hmm.
and then exhaling the vom, just to
You
sort of
could.
like vibrate it with the sound, with the breath, I guess.
Hmm. There's so many variations, and I think it really depends on the person and how. Sometimes we need super simple so that we're not, you know, cluttering our practice with, okay, my eyes need to do this, my head needs to do that, my sound
Yeah.
needs to do this. So, but whatever a person feels, even take a shot of, I have some oil. What oil do I have? Like do, I think we did this last week. Do left, do right, do together, and then go into that, so you're activating
Mm.
everything and then specifically treating the right brain.
So what oil? Okay, let's go back to the oil list. For that particular thing, what oil? So sandalwood would be neutral,
Right.
or so that would be a good one to just start your session with sandalwood oil.
Right. Do a sandalwood. Yeah, just do a neutral again, unless you know that you're feeling, you know far left, far right, low, excess, then choose an oil for that.
Good. Do you
Very
have
common.
your Reiki stones there in front of you?
I do.
Okay, good. I want people to see. I'm gonna show a picture next when we go to the product page, but I just want to briefly talk about that just
Okay.
for like 2 minutes if you can. I was so blown away that the idea that you had a clockwise and counterclockwise. I'm still trying to adjust to that because I was just going on the clockwise on Reiki. So if you could just quickly tell us about that, just so amazing to me.
Right. So well, this is going to look backwards, but this
Yeah,
is
bring it a little
a,
closer.
a clockwise. This is the Shokurai, and this is the. I'm so
No, that way.
backwards.
Yeah,
Right, there we go.
yeah.
So this is the Shokurai, and the Shokurai is a symbol of. It's an earth energy. It's super grounding. It's considered a power symbol. Okay. And what it does is it strengthens our connection to original energy. So, an original energy would be our ancestors and our source. Okay, so super powerful. So, in the clockwise position, it's going to send or push energy. Now, and again, there's different schools of thought on Reiki. So you could use it as you're pulling away energy, but you could also do the Shokurai in
Bring it
the
up.
counterclockwise position. Okay, wait, I have to see what, God, I don't know what. There I go.
Yeah,
I'm I'm backwards.
right there, right
I don't
there.
work
Yes.
well with
Yeah,
a
that's
mirror.
good. Yes.
Okay. So that's in the counterclockwise position. And so, again, that will pull energy. So, if you're working with somebody and you're feeling heavy energy, negative energy, then you can use it in that position to draw the energy away.
Okay, so if I have pain, which one would I use?
It depends. It really depends on the person. Sometimes we want to push light into that area to diffuse pain. Sometimes, if a pain is a heavy presence type of pain, and again, like for me, it just depends on who I work with. So I might pull energy out first, and then send energy once that dark heavy energy is lifted away, and then push light into it. So
Okay,
if that
yeah.
helps.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out because I have so many clients, and sometimes they come
Hmm.
in glitchy, and I want to see which one I should use because I'm so happy I got some
Right.
for work, and then some for home. Um, So that's why I was trying to figure out, like in a general, like
Yeah.
okay, tightness. So it just depends on the person, is what you're saying?
So, like, if it was tightness, to me, I would that would be more of the traditional position, because I would want to send light to diffuse into to create ease. Um, if again, like if somebody had like a headache, like I'm starting to feel one right here. I'm imagining like I would want to
Pulling
pull
it.
that energy out, like move it away, get it out of there. So that's
Okay,
what I'm saying. It kind of depends on the energy.
I'll have to
And then
work with that.
combining both, but using one, like the pulling out first and then the sending afterwards.
I'm wondering if you should later on, when we get done with the chakras and we do some series on Reiki things on the rocks,
Hmm.
maybe we could have like a little manual or something, like in
Hmm.
general, like pain.
Right.
That would be
Yeah.
helpful for me, dumbing it down for me, someone like me that doesn't know anything about Reiki. I had all,
Right.
I mean, I know, but I mean, I can't even understand that. This too. Can you put them both up like this? Because I want everybody to see what they both look like. They're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes it's hard for me to even explain, because I, like when I'm, oh, there I go again.
Yeah.
When I'm working with people, I'm so in the moment and reading the energy at that time. So, and
Beautiful.
sometimes you don't want to do too much, because some people can be kind of fragile in their
Yeah.
energy and you don't want to overwhelm them. So, and then some people need that, just that force.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Okay.
power. So,
That's so beautiful. All right. So you're going to do the closing prayer, right? Or
yes.
do we have
Let
anything
me
else
pull
there?
it up.
Yeah.
I have the closing prayer. Let me pull it up here. Okay, so everybody just close your eyes and take a breath in and out. Just let everything go. Just empty your mind. All right, and here we go. So this goes to the one divine intelligence creator. Thank you for your creation itself and the incredible gifts and talents you so generously entrust to us. May we appreciate and develop our talents, always recognizing that they come from you and remain yours. Guide us in using them for the benefit of everyone that we touch, so that may be more aware of your creative presence and develop the creativity entrusted to them for the good of all. Help us to use our talents to bring a creative spark and new possibilities to this world, living out our call to be an integral part of your creative force. Amen. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you. Oh, so
Thank
beautiful. Okay, so we have a few little announcements to make, so don't leave yet. But we want to thank you. Please
you.
make sure to subscribe, because we're going live on YouTube, and then we'll repost on Facebook. And we love to have questions or comments. We always welcome that. And Cicada is going to let us know her days she's working, times, and her services in a few seconds. So the first thing we're going to talk about, if you want to buy any of my 23 oils, they're on sale to the end of the month, 33.33. You can go to my website. You can call me at my office, 323-550-1702, or email me, alchemary@gmail.com. And then if you want to get any of Cicada's beautiful rocks, and I actually bought 3 sets because they're so divinely powerful. And when we had our workshop this week, she was using them, but I was using them too on my clients, and they're very powerful. So tell us again about them, Cicada.
Okay. Well, and something I didn't mention is that they're not just stones, and they don't just have the symbol on them. They're infused with love, and I have personally blessed them, and they're filled with Reiki and universal energy. So they're very special. I've touched each one and meditated over each one. So they're very powerful. They're meant to be for healing, for self healing, and like I said, I created them with love.
Good.
So yeah.
And the regular price is 16, but they're on sale to the end of the month for 10. And so you can get a hold of her at her phone number 626-394-7209. And I forgot to put your email, but we can put that on. I think it's on the information. And they come in a beautiful, beautiful satin case. Or is it satin or is it
It's
velvet?
more velvet.
Velvet, a velvet.
There's a velvet one, and there's a more of a natural jute fabric also.
Oh, okay. So we should probably take a picture of that one for next time as well, because
Mhm.
I actually got one of each bags, and they're both beautiful. Okay, so then we have so Cicada, you're working in the patio, right? Doing Reiki and what
Right.
else?
So we're doing by appointment. So there's Reiki. Then I do crystal Reiki, chakra balancing. I also work with therapeutic magnets.
Hmm.
So I have a rollout. I do emotional release work. Also incorporating the magnets. So any of those things, you can call me for an appointment. I'm also, if people are not comfortable working one-on-one in person, I'm also available for distance healing sessions for Reiki. So that's also another possibility. We can either meet through Zoom or FaceTime.
And you work Monday through Sunday by
Monday through Saturday, and again, just
by
make an
appointment.
appointment.
Okay,
Hmm.
good. So we want to say thank you. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube. I will make sure and put the link of our website so you can see the services. I forgot to put it on that last one, but I'll make sure and put it. We love you. Thank you. We're grateful. And thank you, Cicada, for.
Happy to be here.
Okay, bye.